day, friends. It is me, HLModTech, and I am back with our awesome Tinkercad Igloo. We made this last year during Snowmageddon, where we had 7 straight days off of school. We are back with a snow day again today, so my friends, it is time to upgrade the Igloo. Let's get cracking! So first things first, if you did not make the original Igloo, I'll have a link up here so you can get to that version of the Igloo. One cool thing I can show you, if we hit this solid and change it to transparent, we can see inside our Igloo. You can see we've got a table, a couch, and a stove. We can also click the hide button, so that way we can edit and add cool things inside our Igloo at will. When you want them all back, you can hit the sweet little show button so it brings them all back. If you don't want transparent, you simply go back in and shut it off. In our previous lessons, we added some fun stuff: the little fish, the fishing pole, the ice bucket to sit on, the mailbox, and then all the creature comforts inside our house. Today I want to add something cool on the outside. I'm going to go down and find the paraboloid. I'm going to drag it out here. I'm going to use my favorite trick, and I'm going to hold shift and stretch one of the handles so it all grows the same amount at the same time. So what I'm making is a cool little hill. Now I'm going to customize my hill so that it's got a little bit of slope to it. And then what do you think I'm going to put on top? You guessed it, a little sled. So I like the way my hill looks. I'm going to do Control D quickly and make a second hill. Now I want these to be a little different, but I am going to connect them together so that it looks kind of unique and awesome. I will group them so they stay together. And now up on top of the hill, I want to make a sweet little sled. I'm going to make my sled with the red box, and then I'm going to stretch it a little bit and then type some numbers. If my bucket is this big, then my sled needs to be smaller than the bucket probably, or close to bucket size. So I'm going to do 25, and then I want the little slat to be 4 millimeters thick. I want it to be 2 millimeters high, so I'm going to just click the box, type 2, and press enter. Let's zoom into that piece with the cool little fit view to selection, and then we want to round it. I'm going to put a 2 for this amount of rounding, and that's pretty cool for my sled shape. Now I'm going to duplicate it with Control D, and I'm going to just use the arrow key to move them across. So I've got 3 cool little pieces, and then I'm going to put a rounded piece up front using the round roof. When I bring it out, it's cool because I can see the rotation handle and I can stand it up. I'm going to make that thickness the same as before by giving it a 2. And then I'm going to hit D to drop it to that same height. I'm going to just shrink it so that it fits using the black handles. That is probably the easiest way. I could actually do the math, but we're having fun, so we really don't need to. Now, even though these things are not touching, I'm going to group them so that way they're one part in our little virtual Tinkercad world. We can make it look more real quick by just bringing down a box. And I'm going to shrink this little dude to 1 millimeter by 1 millimeter. And then I'm going to put him in between so that he's connecting it. I'm going to zoom into his size so I can see that little black handle, because that's my favorite for stretching. Control D duplicates that. I'm going to move one up to the front. I don't really care how far. I'm going to do Control D again. Notice that one moves up here. I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees quickly. That's going to be what connects the front to the other, but I'll align those in a moment. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces. Notice it says 3 shapes, which is the 1, 2, and 3. And I'm going to group them. And then I'm going to grab everything again, and I want to align them to the middle, because that one was a little bit off. And now when I group it, then it's all one cool piece, and all I got to do is add the runners. Now the runners are going to be unbelievably slick. Check this out. We are going to scribble our runners. So drawing a runner with a scribble is just simply pulling it straight through like that, and then adding the 2 pieces where it connects to the sled. It is hard to draw perfect. You can try as many times as you want. That is as much as I want to try, because it's more fun when you guys make them cooler than me. I'm going to just click and add those real quick so it's a little bit rounded up front. And then I'm going to click Done, so I've got my cool little runner. I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees. Remember, if you stay close to the shape, it's real easy to rotate it. I'm going to look at it from the corner, and that lets me see this one. Once again, rotating it 90 degrees. And then I'm going to make my little runner 1 or 2 millimeters thick. So I'm actually going to type the number 1. I'm going to do 2 of those, and we'll move the other one over to the other side. I like how those 2 are spaced apart, so I'm going to hold down Shift and I'm going to grab them both. Notice it says 2 shapes, and I'm going to group them. I want to put my sled right on top of this little piece, so I'm going to use the amazing work plane to click on that piece, and then when I click the red one and hit the letter D, it drops it to that exact height. Now you can see I've got some little issues here where my sled's running into the runners. That's actually not a big deal, because when I use the arrow keys, I can move it back and get the runners out in front. I think I'm going to take my runners and stretch them back. That makes it even a little bit cooler, just using those black handles to arrange it just the way I want. And then the last step, I'm going to go back to a normal work plane, and I'm going to grab all of those objects and I'm going to center them. When I'm happy with my cool little sled, which I am right now, I'm going to group those 2 pieces. You'll notice that they changed to one color. We fixed that by immediately clicking on the multicolor button. I'm going to double click to edit that shape, and then when I click on the blue pieces, I can actually change them to a gray so they look more like the runners on a real sled. Let's move it up to our hill by lifting it up, and then I'm going to use the arrows to get it close. I'm going to do Control up arrow to raise it up a little more. Let's zoom in right to the cool little sled and let's tilt it. Control Z if you ever don't like what you did. Let's tilt it so it looks exactly how you'd want it to be on the sledding hill. I'm pretty happy with that. Now I just need to add somebody to it. Now that you've got your cool little sled created, we should add somebody to it. If we hit work plane and click right on the red place, you can go to characters and you could find Astrobot, who's fun. You can also go to the all shapes, and on the 3rd page there is something called Carcassonne. And since I've got that work plane set, when I bring this out, it clicks right on that spot. If we hit a corner, we can rotate our little person so they stand straight up with the 90 degrees. And once again, if you hit D, it drops them to that exact height. Now you can have fun coloring these. You can put faces on them. You can make them thinner, thicker, whatever you need. You can click through the other shapes. You can see right here there's a princess, so it's a girl. There's crazy things like if you go to Traders or Builders, you could have a pig riding your sled. Make them any size you want, have fun with them, and see what kind of cool creation you can make. Alrighty friends, so you can see I added some cute little adorable faces. I did this with a scribble and I did it with the half sphere. I held down that shift and I shrunk them as much as I could to get them the exact way I wanted. I also changed my grid from the normal 1mm to 0.1 because that let me be more precise. Tons of fun and pretty cool at the same time. Friends, if you make something cool, please take time to share a picture of it with me at Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. Also, if you enjoyed the movie, please give it a like. If you got a question, comment, or suggestion, add it down below. If you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Mash that subscribe button. And last but not least, hit the notification bell if you want to be the first to know when there's a brand new video from me, HLModTech. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.